What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Cma Podcast. How is everybody doing? As you can see, I'm pissed off tonight. I have calmed down, but I need a beer and the music needs to be loud. All right, where do we begin on this one? All right, I have calmed down. I was a little bit more upset earlier. But this is what life brings. It brings the obstacles, it brings the hurdles, and it's how you get over them and how you get past them is what matters, right? Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. How is everybody doing? Okay, let's get into it straight away. First of all, do me a favor, guys. As you're watching this on your phone, hit the like button. Like they're up to on YouTube, not just like on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, also rate and review. But hit the like button. It helps like you wouldn't understand. And if you like the episode, drop a comment and tell me why you like the episode. Also, if you don't like the episode, it would help me out a lot to know why you don't like the episode. So commenting, liking, hitting the subscribe button, it all helps. Trying to grow it, and that's the only way you grow it as a YouTuber. Okay, guys, I am upset today, and I'll tell you why. I'll give you the full-ish information. It's to do with going into a building and renting and leasing a space for the gym here in Lucerne. Excuse me, I've just chugged a beer. I've sipped another one, and let's get into the story. So I've seen quite a few places for the gym over the last, I want to say, year and a half now, and there's been a problem every single place we've gone into to check, to review, to see if we can do business, to see if we can get our business back inside. If you had told me 2-3 years ago that getting your space for the gym would be the biggest obstacle you'd face, then I would have laughed at you. I would have been like, well, then business is going to be very easy, because it should be very easy to go see a place online, contact them, see the place, view it, negotiate, sign the contract, and away you go. In Ireland, that would be a 2, 3, 4 day process max. In Switzerland, a little different. It's a little difficult, and it's proving to be quite stressful, but in a good way, like good stress. Like, I'm not, if I had long hair, I wouldn't be pulling it out. I'm just kind of like, grunt. It's grunt. It makes me want to grunt. I know I'm sounding like a lunatic now, guys, but this is the only way I know how to get it out, aside from hitting a punching bag, you know. But we don't have a punching bag, ironically, because we can't get the fucking gym inside. So I went to see one place. I went to see 2 places today, right? And one place, fantastic, beautiful spot, beautiful location, center of town, cheap. Potential for noise complaints. I was very upfront and candid about our position at City Martial Arts, and hey, we're loud. We're a boxing gym. There's going to be loud music. There's going to be me shouting at people for not doing it right. There's going to be me motivating and encouraging and telling everybody to go faster and harder, like a coach should do, right? You don't just identify as a good fighter. You got to go through the grind. And that was fine. I sent an email. Hey, thanks for the viewing. Look forward to hearing back. Still waiting for that response, but it's only been a day. Yes, and let's see how that goes. But I went to go see another place a little bit outside of town, and it looked fine. The space was good. It looked clean in the pictures. It looked like a big open space, like where you would want a gym. And when you're looking for a place in like on the websites, the property websites or whatever, there's like interested ? And you click that, and it goes to like a subsection where you enter your name, your contact information, and like a note, like a footnote on the request. And I use Comparis and Homegate are the best two in Switzerland. And on all the footnotes, I learned this the hard way from many viewings over the course of the last year, that you don't just use the standardized text that comes in the footnote. Dear developers, or dear whatever it is, I am interested in this property. Please get back to me. Best regards. And I always add a footnote. We are a boxing/MMA/fitness gym. Is this a suitable fit for the property? And then best regards. So I wait for the response back. And it just gives them the initiative to say, we're office space. It's a library. You know, it's for accountants who sit at desks, that type of thing. And I just cut out the back and forth. So I've sent 10 requests in the last week and 6 haven't come back to me. So I've seen 4 in the last week. That was fantastic, Matt. So this dude got back to me and he said, yeah, sure. I don't see why this is an issue. I got to be very careful how I talk, because the old op-ed from Amber Heard landed her with a $15 million fucking lawsuit. So I got to be very careful how I talk here, according to our legal team, who is advising me very closely on what to and what to not say. So no names, no locations will be mentioned for the rest of this story. So I went to go see the property and I looked at it. I said, yes, first of all, the location's perfect. Second of all, the size of the space is perfect. And third of all, the price is perfect. To the point where I said, dude, I'm going to offer you more rent per month just to sweeten the deal. Just to make sure that there's no competition that wants to come in and take this from us. I'm going to consult a few people over the next 6 to 7 hours. I'll get back to you by close of business tomorrow. But where do I apply? Send us the form. I realize I'm coming across really idiotically right now, but hey, I'm not going to be politically correct. We all know what political correctness is about, really, right? Yeah. Long story short, and I'll cut the animation. I went to go see the property. I said, yes, this is fantastic. This is exactly what I need. There's a couple of things that we need to come over in relation to being a hurdle to do business here, but I want it. I want in. Where do I apply? How much information do you need? I'll get you the information. I got an email back within 10 minutes. Dear Mr. Keane, thank you for your interest. Here's how you apply. Footnote: no activities or other people are permitted into the room. We look forward to your application. I'm like, what? Huh? In the words of Crystalia and the wonderful Brian Callen, pissed? What? We're a gym. I viewed the property. You said yes, a gym would be accepted. No people are allowed in and no activities. Yeah, it's just storage. Pick the phone up. Hey, it's me from earlier. What the fuck just happened? And yeah, according to law, I'm like, well, I've been communicating with you since Monday. It's now Thursday. You know my business. You know what we want to do. I've explained, I even mapped out where things would go. And I'm like, hey, you know, it's very, very frustrating when people don't listen. Like having arguments when other people are just, you can tell when someone's waiting for you to stop talking so that they can get their point in. And they're just trying to get in on your last sentence. I'm like, evidently you're not listening to me, so I'm just going to stop trying to get my point across, and I'm going to let you talk now because you're not fucking listening. So I'm not even going to respond. I'm sorry, bro, but I said all along we're a gym. I don't know, man. But I'm not going to complain. I'm just going to pop on the microphone, pop on the camera, and tell you guys and have this be my venting tool. I got the information. I got everything that I wanted. I got the application form. I viewed the place. I asked them, hey, this is what we're doing, because I don't want to go view a place where they want like for an office, because that makes no sense. And also, I don't want to go view a place that has apartments either side of the floor, because that makes no sense. Because there's going to be banging from hitting the boxing bags. There's going to be guys hitting each other. There's going to be loud music. There's going to be me screaming at you, hey, go, 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 faster, 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 push, push, push. Like that's the goal for a gym. And I understand that you're probably you should be looking for like a warehouse somewhere. Like there are those type of spaces too, but they're like 1,000 square meters and $7,000 a month. That's just not feasible for a small business. It doesn't make fucking sense. So I look for these smaller spaces in town, and I'm very forthcoming with beer. Excuse me. I'm very forthcoming with what we're doing. I'm not trying to like pull the wool over anybody's eyes. There's a hair like right here, and I don't know who owns that. That is really awkward. I don't know if you guys can see this in the camera, but it's like huge. I don't even know if that's a hair. That's kind of weird. That's kind of fucked up actually. But I'm at a loss. Like there's a problem every place we go to. Some don't want a gym. Some don't want noise. Some are too expensive. Some are right next to our fucking competition. So I'm trying. So I know people are upset. Former members, people who've gone on to other gyms, bitching about, City Martial Arts is like a fake gym. Yeah, I get it. I hear it. I see the screenshots. People talk. I understand that people are upset and they don't want to train outside for some fucking strange reason. But I'm trying. I am very, very active in relation to trying to get our gym back inside. If anybody watching or listening knows of commercial property in the Lucerne area that would be happy to take us and take my money, please get in contact and do not hesitate to reach out to me directly, either via email through the website. I'm most active through Instagram. That'll be fantastic. I'm going to get off this topic now because I'm getting too animated and I'm feeling the anger that I felt earlier where I was on a bus and couldn't like vent the way I wanted to. But here I am nonetheless telling you guys my tales of woe from earlier today. But it was fun. Do you know what? It was fun. I'm enjoying coming across these obstacles and, you know, getting to a place where I'm like, yes, almost, and no, because do you know what? Something wonderful is happening, and I'm documenting it as I'm talking right now. I think in about 3 or 4 years, when we're flourishing, that I'm going to look back on these times as the times, the growing, the learning, all of that wonderful stuff. But yeah, I am going to get off it now. The search continues. I'm going to immediately go back on Comparis after I finish this, and I'm going to see a place tomorrow. The one I saw today, actually, the first one, that would be pretty much a dream come true. The only problem is noise may be a factor. So onward and upward, the search and the journey continues. Guys, did you watch my breakdown last week with Mr. Bert Green from the Bert Locker host? He is a fantastic guy from the UK. He is a very knowledgeable guy. I go to him. Obviously, I go to like the big guns in the US, like Brett Okamoto, Ariel Hawani, Luke Thomas, Brendan Schaub, I guess. But for real-time podcasting in the UK, I go to Bert Green and his breakdowns of upcoming fights for the weekend. We broke down UFC 276. Go watch it. I think we did really well. I'm going to pat myself on the back. We covered most of the fights. We were pretty much accurate with our fight picks and how things would go. And Donald Cerrone retired. Very, very happy with this. I'm a huge fan of Donald Cerrone. I put on Facebook during the week that he is my spirit animal. The guy is just, he's been there and done that. He's the people's champion, essentially. Donald Cerrone. Go back and look at his old fights from 10 years ago. He was a killer. He just fell short a lot towards the championship contender fights and the whatever the case may be. But great for Donald Cerrone. Devastated for Robbie Lawler. Israel Adesanya is like the Nickelback of MMA right now. It's cool to hate on him. I'm trying to understand what he's doing, but I would encourage upcoming fighters to stop quoting Frozen Elsa in your fight trash talk, because it's embarrassing. Can we leave that stuff to the footballers of the world, the guys that get their hair done and paint their nails and dive like they've just been shot by a sniper just to get the referee's attention, and then you get up as if nothing happened? Hey, do you know who the biggest bitches on the planet are, though? Sorry to be so... this is me animated because I'm angry, I guess. I don't know. Is this a front? Tennis players. So I'm on Facebook most nights before I go to bed, just scrolling through, seeing people's dinners and shit like that. But I go to Facebook, I go to the watch section, and certain videos pop up and you flick through, and it's like funny videos and people falling and people banging their head, all the funny stuff, you know. And you just see tennis drama, tennis argument, tennis versus referee. Guys complaining about the temperature of their water, the fact that they don't have the option to go to the bathroom, the fact that they don't have a towel where it's supposed to be, giving out about linesmen, giving out about the referee and the ball boys and how much time it takes. The tennis players are bigger bitches than footballers. And this is coming from, like, not football as in American football. I'm talking about that pussy sport generated from the UK, like soccer, where, you know, that the biggest pussy on the planet, what's his name? Neymar diving like a little... Anyway, boxing, what's happening in boxing? You know what? Something strange is happening in boxing. Canelo's fighting soon. I'm gonna cover that more closely to the fight. Canelo versus Triple G. But the only other thing that's happening in boxing, and I'm still getting backlash for it, Jake Paul. Jake Paul is fighting. He was supposed to fight Tommy Fury. That pulled out because of Fury's visa issues. Can't get to the US. August 6th, Jake Paul versus Hasim Raham Jr. Hasim is he's a good fighter, but he's slow after like round 3. He gasses. So I think Jake Paul is going to knock him out, and Jake Paul is going to soar once again and make $50 million per fight in about a year and a half. But that's the way it's going, guys. Jake Paul, a Disney star, one of the biggest boxers and highest earners in combat sports history to date. Oh, I don't know what's going on. I'm hitting mics. I better sign it off, guys, because right now I'm I'm in a bad place. I'm in a bad place, and I need to be cuddled. I think that's what I need. I need to be cuddled. Let's go get ourselves some cuddling, guys. Again, guys, thank you very much for listening to this rambling rant. What am I going to call this episode? Listen. If there's one piece of goddamn advice I would give anybody when you're in a dispute, when you're in business, when you're trying to work on communication, listen. Get your points in order. Get your opinion in order. Review the circumstance. Have all your ammunition ready to go. But when it comes to war, when it comes to the argument, when it comes to the business deal, when it comes to the decision, and you're up against somebody else, and they're ready with their ammunition against you, arguments in relationships, friendships, not just business, not just fucking whatever I'm talking about today. The key to all of this is listen. Just listen. Have your points ready, but listen. I think that's what I'm going to title this episode on today. Listen, because if that guy listened to me the several times we talked, I wouldn't be here talking about it. Storage. I told you countless times we're a gym. I want to put boxing bags here. I want to put the ring here. I want to put the weights over there. Oh, yes, it sounds good. It's an excellent idea. Excellent. You didn't listen. You didn't fucking listen. Guys, like the video. Subscribe to YouTube. Comment under the video on YouTube that you've just liked and subscribed to. Spotify and iTunes, Apple Podcasts, whatever the hell it's called. Rate and review. It helps push us up the list. Guys, thanks very much for listening to this absolute rambling rant. And once again, just listen. Rock and roll.